Hey everyone out there, I'm hoopsmiles and this is Abbey right here. And in this video, I'm gonna teach you how to hula hoop, even if you are a total beginner. Now, Abbey was a total beginner in the last video and she was able to successfully hula hoop for the first time on camera. Hey, you're doing it. That's it. Yes, so we're gonna now do this. Yes. So we're now gonna do the second lesson here and I'm gonna teach Abbey how to hula hoop again. Now, before we get too far in this video, just wanna give you a really important tip. The size of your hoop is the most important part as a beginner. So the bigger the hoop is, the easier it is. Let me just give you a demonstration. Would you be willing to demonstrate for us? So I'm gonna give Abbey this much smaller hoop. So please try to spin that around your waist and let's see what happens when she tries this small hoop right here. So as you can see, that hoop fell immediately. Yes, that wasn't the best of hoop choice. So now I'm gonna give her a slightly bigger hoop here. So try that hoop. So now this is slightly bigger, okay? All right, see that? She did a lot better. That was way better, all right? So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna even make a bigger hoop. So I have this special hoop right here that I can take apart into multiple pieces and make a giant size hula hoop. So that's what I'm gonna do. And if you're interested in getting a hoop like this, I put a link in the description of the video that will tell you how to acquire a big hoop that comes apart like this. So let's put this one together and now I wanna see what it looks like when you spin this hoop. So as you can see, this hoop right here is super big. It actually comes up to about my chin. So go ahead and give this hoop a spin. I have to get really far back so I don't get hit. Okay. All right, see that right there? You totally got it. This is the second lesson. She has greatly improved from the last lesson. That's like your longest time ever, isn't it? Yeah. All right, so give Abbey a little applause. Oh.
You shouldn't have clapped.
So as you can see, Abbey has greatly improved from the last video. Excellent job. But I want to show you a contrast here, and I'm going to take this really small hoop. I may have done this in the last video too, but this is what it looks like to hula hoop with a super small hoop. See how fast that hoop spins? Woo! So the smaller the hoop is, the faster the hoop spins. So just to give a demonstration, I'm gonna go ahead and hoop with this big thing that Abbey just hooped with. So see how slow that hoop spins? So the huge tip out there for any beginner is that, especially if you're an adult, you're gonna wanna get a bigger hoop. And I usually recommend to get a hoop that comes up between your belly button and chest in diameter. So now we're gonna do a quick review of how you hula hoop. So if you remember from the last video with Abbey, basically you wanna just put one foot in front of you, put that hoop on your back right here, just on the center of your sort of lower middle back. And then you're going to hold that hoop in both hands. You're gonna give it a nice spin around your body, and then it's kind of a rocking back and forth motion. And that is how you hula hoop. Now, there are other ways that you can position your feet when you hula hoop. Another stance is if you wanna put your feet shoulder width apart, just like this, and you put that hoop on your back, and then you give it a spin. You can sort of rock from side to side to keep that hoop up. So now I wanna see, can you go ahead and try that position? So once again, put those feet about shoulder width apart as you're standing straight up, and now give it a spin. All right, nice job. Okay. All right, so since you are a beginner hula hooper, which stance did you like better?
I like the back and forth better. It's more comfortable for me personally.
Okay, so the back and forth. And usually when I teach other beginner hula hoopers out there, I usually always recommend to start out with that back and forth stance if you put one foot in front of you and just rock back and forth to keep that hoop up. Also, once you've gotten good at spinning the hoop in one direction, like let's say you spin the hoop to the right, I also recommend that you try spinning the hoop to the left. Which way do you spin the hoop, Abbey?
I like spinning it to the right better.
Okay, well, let's try the other way.
Okay.
And now, when you are doing this for the first time, is this gonna be the first time in the other direction?
No, I've tried it the other way.
Okay, well, just try it this direction.
Okay.
So sometimes spinning it the other way, it can actually be much more challenging.
Oh, maybe
Wow, you're actually doing really well.
Maybe I like it better this way.
Wow. Okay, this is a rarity. This doesn't usually happen. Usually when you spin it the other way, it can feel really uncomfortable and feel very odd. But for some reason, Abbey was able to do both directions. But I always recommend practice both directions. So try to the right, that clockwise way, and then try counterclockwise going to the left as well. Now that Abbey has done a pretty good job with this bigger size hoop, something that I recommend for beginners out there, once you've mastered one hoop size, then try a smaller hoop size. So I always tell people, start big and then go small. So I'm gonna get you a slightly smaller hoop. So keep holding that hoop so I can show you the difference. So this is a slightly smaller hoop, actually quite a bit of difference right there. So try this hoop and let's see how she does with that hoop. Okay, not bad. How does this hoop feel?
Better than the big one.
Oh, it's better than the big one?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know why.
You were actually doing really well with the big one though. But so what I recommend is you start big and then you go to a smaller size. And then pretty much if you try a size that's too small, so if you tried this one, try this one. If you try a size that's too small, then that means that go back up another size, okay? Because that's gonna be significantly smaller. So try that one there. So obviously that hoop is way too small for her. So this size right here would be a good size for her to continue hooping with. So as you can see, Abbey has greatly improved since the last video. So for any hula hoopers out there that are kind of in a similar state as Abbey, you know, they're using a big hoop, I would say she doesn't need to use this big hoop anymore. So we can just kick that hoop to the curb, okay? So she's now moved on and advanced to this slightly smaller hoop. So now that Abbey has greatly improved her hula hoop skills, I would say she's in a place where all she needs to do is just practice. So I would maybe suggest about 10, 20 minutes a day, just practicing those different stances. So that back and forth stance, rocking back and forth with one foot in front of you, also putting your feet about shoulder width apart, and then trying that stance as well. And then also shifting between them. So going from one foot in front of you to that shoulder width stance. So I recommend practicing both and then bringing them together as well. Now for the people out there that are looking for the next step, you know, once you've sort of mastered this rocking back and forth stance, also that side to side stance, then what I recommend doing is doing a little bit of footwork here and practice taking some steps forward, and then also practice taking some steps backwards, and then also practice your side steps. So going from side to side. And the reason why stepping is so important, so if you want to learn how to hula hoop dance, you're really into that, basically those steps, learning how to steps, or doing your steps, that's how you can start doing your dance moves. You can throw in your dance moves, which hopefully you'll eventually get there as well. So those are the next steps. So once you got your hula hooping, so practice your stepping forward, backwards, and then also side to side. And heck, you can even practice hula hoop walking. So you can practice walking with your hula hoop as well. Now, if you're interested in learning some more basic hula hoop tricks, more waist hooping techniques, please click the subscribe button and turn on that bell notification icon to get the latest hula hoop videos from me. Now, Abbey has done a great job in this video hula hooping, so if you want to see more videos similar to this, click on some of the videos right now on the screen. If you also want to get a big hoop like this one, go down into the description of this video. I put a link in there to where you can get one of these. I also put a link to Abbey's channel, so go to her channel, subscribe to her, follow her, and thank you everybody for watching. Until next time.
Bye.